to our channel. Chinju here.
Hey guys, Obi here.
Thank you guys so much for all the support. Our last video got 500 views in less than 24 hours. That's a milestone for us. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. By the way, we're trying to get to what, 500 subscribers by the end of the month. Do you guys think we can do it? I mean, you guys have been sharing and commenting, so let's keep up the momentum and maybe we can get there. So today's episode is super relatable and it's something that I'm actually very passionate about, and that is basically youth development / human capital development, and specifically relating to interview skills and interview behavior. So in the past couple of weeks, my company has been recruiting for a couple of positions, and the CVs we were getting weren't up to par, and I felt like the talent was out there, so then I took it upon myself to advertise in a different way. And then I've been getting a bunch of responses, which then my boss gave me the go-ahead to screen on a one-to-one basis. So I've been doing that for the past couple of weeks. And guys, I can't tell you the type of CVs I've been getting. Some are bad, some have been really good, and then the interview stage, everything just, everything just messes up. So anyways, it seems like people don't really know how to interview, and at the end of the day, they're wondering why they're not getting a call back. So I'm going to run you through some scenarios that actually happened to me with people on the other side of the table, and Obi is going to be acting as the interviewee and I'll be the interviewer. So we'll have 3 different scenarios to run through, and I hope you guys learn from this video.
Alrighty.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Blue Ink Corporation. My name is Chinju. I'm the head of accounts here, and I'm your interviewer for today.
Oh, okay. Are you the only one interviewing me today?
Yes.
I was expecting maybe more senior staff, maybe a man and a woman at least.
Okay.
So it's just you?
Yes, it's just me.
And you have been in the company how long?
For 6 months.
Wow, this type of company. Okay, no problem. I'm ready. You can ask me any questions you have.
Security!
Eh?
This actually happened. It wasn't this dramatic, but it happened. So when I went to call the guy from the reception, he basically scanned me and was taken aback, and then didn't really say anything because he probably felt that maybe someone else was coming. So then by the time we started the interview and he realized that someone else wasn't going to join, he literally relaxed. He man-spread across the room, and I was very confused and I was taken aback, and I wasn't impressed, obviously. So those are just poor behavioral, what was it even called? That's just a poor way to act. Yeah, it's poor etiquette as an interview. It's not appropriate. It doesn't matter who. First of all, the gender of the person who is interviewing you or their level. Like, if that person has been told to interview you, they've been told to interview you. So at that point, they're the gatekeeper. Not saying you should kiss their ass, but a blatant reaction of, oh, I don't think you're senior enough, or I don't think you're, like, why should I have to go through you to get to the position? Well, you do, you know?
Yeah,
so anyways, I conducted the interview until the end. Obviously, he's not getting a call back, but I didn't say anything about it to him.
Yeah, I think there's that whole confusion about what age the person you're expecting is supposed to be, what gender, what level in management, or just level, you know, in the hierarchy of the company the person should be. And the key thing is to go there and be as professional as you would be.
Yes.
Regardless.
Regardless.
You're talking to the CEO.
You're talking to their child. Like, you never know. It doesn't matter. Like, you've applied for a job. If you don't think it's worth your time, leave. You know? But the person has been professional. They've kept to your time. They've welcomed you. They've been polite. But because you don't like either the way they look or their gender or their age, then you don't feel like you should take it as seriously as you should if it was someone different. That's a no-no. So that's the first thing. Don't do that.
Cool.
So second scenario, and we're rolling. Good. So can you please tell me what we do? Do you know about Blue Ink Corporation?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good. So what does Blue Ink Corporation do?
Well, from as much as I know, you're into buying and selling. So, you know, you just buy something from a cheaper place and you sell it in a different market. So I think, you know, and you probably do other things, but you know, just the main thing is just, you know, buying and trading.
Trading. Okay. Okay guys, so obviously I didn't laugh during the interview, but like my face has its own different life and my facial expressions are crazy. Good thing the guy wasn't actually looking at me. Yes, they've been all guys so far. But this guy came into an interview. You've written a cover letter. Your cover letter is actually pretty dope because I read it. And so I'm asking you a basic interview question. What do we do? If you're interviewing at a company, you have to know what they do so that you can know how your skills and how your goals fit into their vision and then how you can help them grow. This guy had no idea what my company does. So it was zero. So anyways, yeah, still I didn't end the interview there. I'm patient. I tried to look for other things. And yeah, so obviously know what a company does before you go in for an interview. It is major, major, major key. As major as knowing what's on your resume. We're coming to that next. As major as knowing what's on your resume, what your name is, and obviously what you can offer.
Yeah.
Good. So scenario number 3 is Mr. ROI Analyst. So Obinna, looking at your CV, you've listed a few areas of expertise. Can you tell me about ROI analysis and the time that you've used that in your work?
Sorry, come again.
ROI analysis. You've listed it as an area of expertise. Do you know what ROI is?
I'm sorry, the last time that you asked the question, I just blanked.
Okay, can you please tell me what ROI is? You said that you're an expert on performing ROI analysis. What is ROI?
Well,
I know interviews can be stressful, maybe you're a little bit nervous.
Yes,
okay, so I'm going to help you out a little bit. So ROI is return on investment.
yes.
Okay, perfect. So now, ROI analysis. Can you walk me through how to perform an ROI analysis?
Okay, well, in my former company, I did a lot of ROI analysis. So,
can you give me specific examples and how you did it?
Okay, well, we used to have a software, so then they'll give me the numbers, and then we'll just do all the computation. There was a lot of calculation. It's very complicated. It's very complicated. There's a lot of calculation that goes into it, and then we'll now have a briefing. We'll brief the clients and then give them the ROI analysis.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what actually happened in addition to this was, as the guy kept speaking, at some point he literally said, I'm not actually an expert on ROI. I was like, okay, I can obviously tell that from the beginning. You need to take this out of your CV. Everything on your CV, you need to be able to defend. Don't just throw in keywords and buzzwords that I think are going to get people's attentions. Because the way I interviewed is the way our CTO interviews, and he literally goes line by line, every single performance, every single skill, and asks you to give him details about it. That type of person, like, you can never scale through his interview if you don't know your experiences like the back of your hand, and don't lie about things. And what was even funny about this one was that one of his values, because I later on asked about his values, one of his values was integrity.
There is God,
Integrity!
There is God, there
It's so laughable.
It's laughable. I think this guy's issue might have been that first of all, he probably didn't do his resume. He didn't compile his resume himself.
Yeah.
Right, so he paid somebody perhaps, or someone helped him to do
And he
his
provided
resume
like some of the experiences.
and provided some of those experiences for him. He's probably never done any, ROI analysis. He's probably not a very technical person, because, I mean, if you don't know what ROI stands for,
yeah,
then you're probably not even...
I wasn't even doubting him, to be honest. Like, it was just a simple, basic question, and the point where I could see that he was struggling, I was like, well, yeah, obviously he knows what he's talking about, so let me help him out and juggle his memory by telling him what the acronym stands for. And then even I said, after I had told him what ROI was, and he wasn't, okay, jumping on it to then tell me how he had performed it, I was like, nah, something seems fishy.
Yeah, so just make sure that you are telling the truth on your CV, and you can defend whatever is on your CV, and that you at least are part of the preparation of your CV, so that you don't come out looking silly, essentially.
Yeah.
It's a waste of your time, it's a waste of the time of the interviewer.
Yeah.
So just come prepared and be as honest as possible. Be honest, or at least as honest as possible.
Yeah, that's fine. A CV is a way for you to sell yourself. Like, whatever you say, be able to back it up with examples. That's all. So we're going to do a quick recap of the 3 things that we've shared in this video, in case you didn't watch the rest of it and you're just coming to the end. I know you guys won't do that, but just in case. So number 1,
always be professional, regardless of who is interviewing you, regardless of the company or the type of role.
Yeah.
Be yourself, be professional, be cordial, and show respect at all times.
Yes. Number 2,
always come prepared. Know what the company does, know what the role that you're trying to fit in is all about, and know how you can add value to the company.
It sounds obvious, but apparently common sense isn't so common.
Yeah.
Number 3,
and last but not least, ensure that whatever you have on your CV, you can back it up. Ensure that you're telling the truth on your resume, and come prepared. Even if it's experience that you had a while ago, revise and
it's fair
refresh,
game. As long as it's on your CV, it's fair game for questions during an interview. So I'm going to drop one bonus, which is actually very important, and that is know what your salary expectations are. Right? Most times in an interview, they're going to ask you, so what are you expecting from this role? And it's mostly monetary. Like, they want to know what your financial expectations are. Please know what your worth is. Do your research for what the median is in that industry, or for your role, or for your expertise level, and have a number in mind. It doesn't mean that that's what they're going to pay you. Doesn't mean that you can't go higher or lower, but it shows that you're a serious person. You've thought about it. Your time means something. Your experience means something. The knowledge you're bringing to the table means and is worth something. So you need to put a number on it, because you're not coming there to work for free. They don't expect you to work for free. So they need to know, even for their planning purposes, what they're going to have to put down if they're going to bring you into the company. So don't come into an interview telling me, oh, an organization must have its pay scale, so whatever they give me, I'll accept.
Yeah.
No.
Or
No.
if the median salary for that role is 250K, you come in and you say, well, 100K. You haven't done any research.
You haven't done any research, and you don't
yourself
value your time. You don't value yourself. So why should the organization value you and spend money bringing you in? So yeah, so that's just, let me just throw that out there, because that's very important. And it seems like a lot of people have the same textbook answer, which I don't know who gave them the idea that it was a good thing to say of, oh, whatever the company wants to pay me would be great, because I'm sure that they'll know how to value me.
Yeah, I think essentially there's a real lack of career counseling and career advising, and but there's also an abundance of material online.
Yes.
Where you can actually,
if you have a social media page, which most of these people do, you can do some research and find out who your, oh my god, there's even more. Find out who your interviewer is, right? Just do a quick search. Know if it's a man or a woman. Almost everyone, probably 80% of CVs I've received, refer to me as sir. My full name is in the email. My full name was in the job posting when I asked for CVs. A quick Google search will tell you I'm a woman and not a man. But yeah.
I guess that's the job market, and hopefully a lot of you have not had experiences this bad.
Hopefully you're not committing these blunders.
And hopefully you guys are also not the ones making all these mistakes. But if you've been in an interview situation, you've been interviewing someone for a position and have had similar experiences, we'd love for you to share with us.
Yes.
Down below in the comments, we'd love for you to let us know how the good ones have gone and how the terrible ones have gone.
If you've been the interviewee, how's your interviewing experience been in Nigeria? It's a huge thing. People have been interviewing for 6 months, a year, haven't been able to find a role. It might be them, it might be the job market, but it could also be you. So look inwards, do some research, and maybe kind of refine what your interviewing methods are.
And funny enough, looking at this from the perspective of just the interviewer or the interviewee being the person making the blunders. I'm very sure there are many situations where the interviewer or the person, you know, in the position of authority, as it may be, as it were, might be the person being not just disrespectful, but just clearly and
unprofessional.
Very unprofessional, right? So if you've been in that situation as well, you don't have to name names of companies or, you know, give that type of detail, but tell us about that type of situation, the situation that you've been in. Tell us about times where you have come into an office and somebody treats you differently because of your gender, because of your age, because of your ethnic background, your tribe, right?
Or
Those
a time
things.
when you were scheduled for, let's say, a 2 p.m. interview and you ended up being called in by 6 p.m.
Yeah, just complete
Not blaming
disregard.
anyone.
Disregard for your time, for your, you know, just for you as a person.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get better. Things will get better. I mean, they just had the debates yesterday, presidential debates. Our country will get better.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for watching our video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something from it. And yes, let us know in our comments or through social media or my blog. We'd like to connect with you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you very much for watching.
Bye.